Welcome to the Asia Pacific Tennis League North Conference show. We're here live at the Queensland Tennis Centre where finals have just been completed. They've been run and won by the Canberra Velocity, and we're joined by Kaitlin Staines, who had a great win today in today's final, and Gavin van Peperzeel from the Tennis Brisbane Chargers, who have just won their fourth consecutive title in the men's competition. So welcome guys. Gavin, we'll start with you.
Hey Matty.
You clinched the match 4-0 today. Your singles 4-2 for love off Tom Fancutt.
Yep.
Decisive win, but it must have been a great feeling to play in front of a big crowd here today.
Today's turnout was pretty good. It was awesome to obviously get my singles win and watch the three other boys in the team wrap up their singles as well, knowing that going into doubles we had it won.
Very good. Now Kaitlin, you actually very decisive today. 4-love. Clinched the win for the Velocity, your first ever ATL title. That must have been a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, playing with girls that have had such good experience and coming out with a win on top is awesome.
So Gav, you guys defending champions this year's playoffs, looking to go back to back down in Melbourne. Probably we had the completion of the Victorians, the South Conference today, two men's Victorian teams in the final with Kooyong getting up. Probably looking forward to that encounter in January.
Last year we obviously did pretty well and we got the title. We played an awesome match against the Victorian team in the semi, it'd be great if we could try and go back to back. Obviously Victoria has two really strong teams, but hopefully if we build a full strength team we can match them and hopefully get a second title.
Now Trav, show's counterpart all season. It's been a really good season here in the North Conference. First ever time that Sydney and ACT teams have travelled up. What were some of your highlights of the season? Obviously the Chargers and Velocity finished as champions, but the Brisbane Sharks women and the Sunshine Coast Breakers men will also head to the ATL playoffs.
Yeah, the big one for me was Friday, Matty. I said it a few times now that Brisbane Sharks Sunshine Coast Breakers tie, 3-3 coming down 9 sets to 7 to the Sunshine Coast Breakers. For me, that was kind of what ATL is all about, having, come down to the decisive doubles rubber, having everyone there, like there was no other matches on. It was great. I think the obviously introduction of having the Sydney-based and Canberra-based teams integrated with the Queensland teams has been fantastic. Seeing the Canberra girls up here today, they had a very strong team. Kaitlin at number 4 is a very strong number 4 for them. So I think it's been a fantastic year for the ATL, and hopefully it's only going to get bigger.
Now Kaitlin, it must be, what's the difference between playing team tennis versus individual matches, which is what you play normally year round? How did you bond with your teammates, enjoy the trip up here? How is that different to what you're used to doing week to week with tournaments?
I mean, it's awesome. You just have so much support around you, and having a manager on court with you and just giving that little bit of advice, it just makes such a difference. So it's such a good environment to be around, and I love every minute of it.
And looking forward to the ATL playoffs, the Velocity of the team to beat?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got a pretty strong team and it's going to be a good experience, and we're all looking forward to it.
Very good. Now we can't wait to cheer on all the North Conference teams at the ATL playoffs in Melbourne, which will be held in the second week of the Australian Open. Gavin, a quick tip from you. You're normally a fairly confident guy.
Yeah.
The Chargers going to make it 2 titles in 2 years. Any sneaky wildcards entering the Chargers team for that competition?
Look, to be honest, I think whoever's setting the odds should start paying the people that bet on us out, because I think we're up there. I don't think we need to bring any more charges. I think we've got a pretty good team as it is, and we'll go down and give it our best shot, and I think we're going to be tough to beat. Now,
before we round out, I want to ask you about someone very special. He doesn't seem to play singles for the entirety of the ATL season, but as soon as you get into a final, and he clinched the victory today, Joel Lindner gets out and wins in straight sets to clinch the match. But he doesn't play for the whole season. He just purely trained for the matches in December.
Yeah, I mean, we don't call him Joel Finals Lindner for no reason. Whenever push comes to shove, he gets out there and gets the job done for us, and that's why he's on our list, and that's why we love to have him.
Well done, Trav. Thanks for a great year at the ATL. A big thank you to all the clubs and staff and volunteers involved. We'll be back bigger and better next year. Kaitlin, well done to the Velocity, and thank you very much for travelling up to Queensland to play. And we can't wait to cheer on all the North Conference teams at the ATL playoffs in Melbourne.
Go the Chargers.
Go the Velocity.